brought you guys One Piece Film Gold review. Now, let me give my own personal thoughts right here, right now. I fucking love this movie. This movie was well done. It was really great. It was awesome. From the animation to the story, to the characters, the villains, the action sequences, the comedy. It was great. I like it a lot. I like it. It was great. Really. Now, don't get me wrong, One Piece Film Gold is not on the same level, not nearly on the same level as One Piece Film Z, because One Piece Film Z is on a way different level, not only from the One Piece film movies, but also from the beginning from the first movie until right now. One Piece Film Z is on a way different level, sorry. But still, One Piece Film Gold is there. One Piece Film Gold is right now my second place, Strong World on my third one. Now, maybe I'll have a few counterattacks on why I put Strong World on the third one, because for me, One Piece Film Gold had some really way more interesting content than Strong World had on the first time I watched it. But, moving on. Like I said, this movie was awesome. When it comes to animation, the animation was pure gold. The mixed up between the original animation with the CGI, I'm used to call it CGI, the 3D together, they create a diamond in the rough. It was brilliant. I really enjoyed it. The animation was pure gold, from the motion capture, from the action sequences. Really well done. Really well done. I have no words. I have no words when it comes to the animation, and that's actually one of the things what I love about the One Piece movies, when it comes to the animation, because the difference between a One Piece episode in general and a One Piece movie is that in the One Piece episodes you get a limited animation, but in the movie you can definitely see that every single piece of their animation was made in details. You can definitely see how much effort they put, in the animation of the movie to make this movie great, to make it perfect, to make it pure gold. And that's why the animation, when it comes to One Piece movies, they have my respect. Now, naturally, when it comes to from the first movie until One Piece Film Gold, yes, across the years, the animation was changed, but still, every single time they've made an effort in their animation to make it perfect. And that's why I love One Piece Film Gold. That's what I love about it. Pure gold. Animation, no comment. It was great. Now, okay, speaking of the story was simple. Okay, wait, let's just back off a little bit. One Piece Film Gold in general, One Piece Film Gold in general, when I watched it twice. I watched the movie twice, and I definitely see that One Piece Film Gold was actually, in general, made for fans. When it comes to the content, when it comes to the comedy, the action sequences, a cool villain and all that, I can definitely see One Piece Film Gold was actually made for fans. But now, don't be wrong. Even normal watchers who are not familiar with the One Piece content, or they're not actually quite big fans of anime, can sit down and watch this movie. I guarantee you they're gonna love it. They're gonna love it, because the second time I watched it, I actually watched it with one of my friends, and he was not actually quite familiar with not only with anime but also with the anime. He was familiar with One Piece and anime itself, But when I made him watch this movie, he loved it from the beginning to the end. And not only he liked the movie, but also I made him to be a fan of anime way more, and I dragged him down to be a One Piece fan, like I am. Victory is mine. Okay. Moving on. Like I said, One Piece Film Gold was made for fans, because when it comes to the story itself, because the story itself was simple. Like you have the Straw Hats try to, they reach an unknown territory, or when it comes to a ship or an island that is ruled by a villain, everybody, bow down to the villain, in the beginning they met him, the villain screwed them up, and they try to, go inside, the villain's organization, they try to, kick his ass until the end, where they actually kick his ass. When I say kick his ass, I mean the Straw Hats kick the villain's ass. That's actually, when it comes to a very simple One Piece story, because actually there's actually when it comes to One Piece Film Gold, like I said, the story is simple, but trust me, it's really way enjoyable when it comes to comedy. Speaking of the comedy, this movie was swallowed. This movie was buried in comedy. You know, especially when it comes to, oh my god, especially when it comes to Luffy and especially when it comes to Luffy. Luffy was one of the main. He was the main comedy star in the movie. He was the star. Trust me. Because like I said again, this movie was buried in comedy, swallowed in comedy, so much you can enjoy it. Because like I said, the comedy in this movie, like I said, it surrounded the entire movie. But like I said, it wasn't over the top, it wasn't flat, it was perfect, really perfect. Every single joke was delivered really good, not flat, not simple, not stupid, not over the top, just in the middle. The comedy was perfect in every way. That's one thing. The action sequences were great. Even if, like I said, the action sequences were great from the beginning to the end. Even if at the end I have one battle, which is between, Brook, Usopp, and, against the Baccarat, the lucky girl, the lucky girl. Which, okay, I will talk about this battle at the end, to the end, of my discussion and everything. But like I said, that was actually one of the only fights I wasn't quite pleased. And in fact, I thought it was kind of stupid, in a way. That's how I say it. But still, moving on. Now, like I said, when it comes to One Piece movie, you have to have a good villain. And Gil Tesoro was actually a cool villain. Like I said, now, it wasn't special like Golden Lion Shiki or Zephyr, from One Piece from Z. It wasn't like on their level, but it was still quite enjoyable. I really like I really like his power. Now, when it comes to his power, he has this like I said, he has this gold Nomi, who has the power to control telepathically. He can control the gold. Wherever what kind of gold, whatever. Wherever there is a piece of gold, when he touches, he controls and everything. Also, not forget mentioning, his Devil Fruit is an awakened one, which, like I said, he makes his Devil Fruit way more frightening and powerful. Which I admit, the first time I find out that Gil Tesoro has the power, to control gold, to manipulate gold. I actually thought at the beginning, he's gonna be like, okay, like he can create things he can create things out of gold. Whatever he touches, he can transform into gold. That's actually what I thought his Devil Fruit was going to be and everything. But still, from the beginning to the end, I have to admit, I was actually fascinated about Gil Tesoro's Devil Fruit. I was actually quite really fascinated. Now, when it comes to Gil Tesoro itself, like I said, he's actually a very old school, ordinary One Piece villain, And like I said, for me, he's not quite special. Like I said, he's not special. He's an ordinary villain. There's nothing about him. There's nothing about him. To say, oh, he's awesome, oh, he's epic. He's a cool villain. He's a very good, cool villain. Now, also, the one thing I like about Gil Tesoro, not only not only about his personality, which, like I said, it makes him, a really greedy, powerful bastard. Which actually is Gil Tesoro's personality. But the one thing also I really like about Tesoro is when when you have near the end of the movie, you have they show you a little glimpse, of Gil Tesoro's flashback. Somehow so in some way I believe that they put this in a way so you can feel sorry for the character. You can feel his pain. Why he became all this and everything. Even if Roger Basin in his review mentioned, he was stupid in the way how they put him in it, he was useless. But because because Tesoro is he thought that he's the type of character you don't need to worry, you don't need to be interested in it, to feel sorry for him and everything, But even in some perspective, Roger Basin, from my opinion, he is right. In some way, in some point, he is right when it comes to Tesoro himself. Now. He is, like I said, he's an ordinary villain. He's not the type of villain, you should care about, and everything. He's like, he's just there, he's a villain who is there to fulfill the void, when it comes to, in the One Piece movie, But still, like I said, his Devil Fruit is fascinating. I like his personality, which makes him like an ordinary villain and everything. Also, the one thing I really like about One Piece Film Gold, when it comes to Tesoro himself, the way how he speaks, not only entertainment, but also in the way when it comes to money and power and everything. The one thing I really love about Tesoro is when you watch this movie and you watch in the way the way how he say his quotes, you can see he's the Tesoro is representing you know, what actually is the problem in real life. You know, the money controls everything. You know, the money is everything. You know, with money you have power. With money, you know, you can buy everything with money. You know, that kind of thing. You know, at some point, like I say, the Zoro's picture is a reflection. You know, what's actually happening in real life. And that's also actually one of my positive things when it comes to the movie itself and the character. You know, and the character's description of Guilty Zoro. Now, when it comes to now when it comes to Zoro, I will speak a lot more about him, you know, in my villains discussion video, you know, about him and everything. But you know, just to give you my straight like short points when it comes to Zoro. Now, like I said, in short terms, I really like him as a villain. He's not, like I said, he's not something special. He's not something, you know, he's not a villain, you know, you should like really like care about. You know, you think like he's awesome, he's epic and everything. His Delver is fascinating. Like I said, he's a very good villain and everything. But, you know, like I said, he's also an ordinary one. An ordinary, old school One Piece villain, you know, who's just there, you know, to fill the void, you know, or he's about, One Piece filler arc, or it's about a special episode, or it's about a movie, or it's about, you know, every single normal arc in a One Piece manga. You know, so like I said, when it comes to the villain, he didn't disappoint me. His Delfruit, well, actually, you know, like I said, when it comes to the Delfruit, when they announced it, I felt like, you know, there's gonna be like something way more to his Delfruit and everything. But after I seen it, I would say I'm fascinated with his Delfruit. You know, like I said, they show, you know, that his power can be threatening and everything. You know, but still, like I said, it was fascinating, but not so much, you know, to call it like epic or like, you know, destructive and everything. You know. But still, like I said, he was a good villain. He had a great power and everything. Now, speaking of the Zoro's crew, now all of them, you know, like I said, his crew didn't have to get, you know, character development, you know, because like I said, now character development, you know, because like except Karina, okay. Now, like I said, the Zoro's crew, none of them needed, you know, a character development, you know, because we know in general what they hear. We know in general that they were recruited by Tesoro. You know, they together, you know, they created Grand Tesoro. They, you know, they're leading the ship and everything. You know, blah blah blah. You know, all like main things in general. Now, Karina, which for me was one of my favorite characters in the movie. The other one actually was Ray Max, the Clint Eastwood guy, the Clint Eastwood gambling guy. You know, who appeared, you know, a few scenes in this movie, which was my second favorite character, but let's talk about Karina a little bit. Now, Karina, for me, like I said, was one of my favorite characters. You know, not only we find a little bit more about her backstory, you know, and the relationship with Nami, which for me was quite amazing. You know, the way, you know, like they don't trust each other, and the flashback, you know, when Nami thinks, you know, she betrayed her, but in the end, because here's the thing, in the episode, because I remember that in a special episode where the treasure hunter met Treasure, you know, was the main villain. You know, we had a little flashback, you know, where you have Nami and Karina and like working together, you know, as cat burglars and everything, and they get, you know, they get the treasure and they get their hands on all their treasures, and made Treasure, you know, found them, you know, and you know, Karina escaped with all the loot and everything. Now, like I said, in this special episode, we had a little glimpse of the backstory, but in this film Gold, we had fully, you know, explained everything. Because at the beginning, Nami thought like she betrayed, that the Karina betrayed her, like taking all the treasure and everything. But in the end, she did that so she can save Nami's life. You know, so like I said, Karina at the end became one of my really favorite characters in the movie. Also, the one thing I have to admit, which I also forgot to talk about, the Zoro. Karina has a very, very, very splendid voice. Magnificent voice, singing voice. You know, when it comes to speaking of the beginning of the movie and everything. Now, speaking of the Zoro, now the one thing also I forgot to mention about the Zoro is that, you know, that first of all, I really love seeing the one thing I really love about the Zoro is, okay, like I said, I found this Delver fascinating. He's a really, really good villain. You know, like I said, not epic, not legendary, but he's a very good villain. But also the one thing I really like about the Zoro is when he was singing at the beginning. You know, well, more precisely, the beginning when he was climbing the ladders, when he was climbing the golden stairs, and every single like time when he does, you know, the sound with his shoes, you know, like tum tum, he's not with his fingers like that, you know, like bang bang bum 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 bum. You get the idea, you know. the way how this movie started with him, like doing the sound with his shoes when he was walking, and with his, when he was doing with his fingers. I mean, it was really great. But also speaking, like I said, also Tesoro in this movie sings. I mean, just in the beginning, even if I remember in an interview that the Japanese voice actor who voiced Tesoro mentioned that that he has a scene in the movie that he sings. Even if the voice actors mentioned that he didn't like the idea, he actually didn't like the idea that his character has to sing and everything. But still, like I said, it was very nice introduction, not only to Karina but also to Gil Tesoro. In the way like the movie started, he's walking, creating the stick for the microphone to put in, and saying like "Showtime," and creating all this golden water and everything, and the band Tesoro starting singing, and the dance, the lights, and seeing, as I say, hearing Karina and Tesoro singing and everything. It was really, really well done, which also was one of my favorite scenes in the movie. So, like I said, Tesoro and Karina had one scene together, which they sing. Even if the voice actor Tesoro didn't like the idea, but still, for me, they made the scene actually really well done. Actually, pretty good. Which actually also one of my favorite scenes. Was actually really well done. Now, like I said, when it comes to character developments, Karina, second one, Reyes Max, who's not only, even if unfortunately he is a non-canon character, but in the movie, it was also mentioned that that he was a member of the Revolutionary Army, and also I forgot mentioning, he was one of the famous gamblers that Frankie found. He sees him as a fan. In the way, like he was the guy, who always gambles and never wins. Except when he met Tesoro, because Tesoro screwed him up, But still, Reyes Max, in the way how I see it, how I call him, One Piece version of Clint Eastwood. Because every single time when you see his character, you have this Western type, soundtrack, close to, every single scene, like it's very important when it comes to his character, or even to his introduction. You have this Western soundtrack, Wild West soundtrack, just typical for every, not only Clint Eastwood movies, but also John Wayne, Gregory Peck, all the others. It was pretty amazing the way how they build his soundtrack, and also not even mentioning his character design, but also in a way how he talks and with his hat and everything. He really like I said, he was a One Piece version of Clint Eastwood. Maybe even his character was based on him. I don't know. But still, like Reyes Max and Karina, when it comes to supporting characters, the good guys, they were one of my favorite supporting characters of all of them. Also like I mentioned before, we have Sabo Koala also appearing in the movie. Also we have Rob Lucci, which is kind of odd for me, because like they showed him like his true appearance, before even the actual, official release, in the manga, because I mean, yes, I admit in Dressrosa we have him, but only like in the a little silhouette of him, and everything, just showing a little bit, like his chain, his mask, the pitch and everything. So I'm kind of, curious why they actually put Rob Lucci, like make an official appearance in a non-canon movie, an actual manga or anime. I don't know. Maybe they asked Oda, and he let them do it. I don't know. We'll see. But the one thing is, I was really happy to see him there, even if he was, like I said, even if he was a minor supporting character, because one of the issues I have, like I said, when it comes to battle sequences, a lot of people actually will disagree with that. Like finally, a little bit disappointed and everything. But they really like, when they showed at the end when the Tesoro and Luffy were fighting. I really like, they give us a little taste, like Sabo and Rob Lucci, transforming his own to Devil Fruit. They make a clash together. They made a clash together. I mean, like I said, they showed a little taste of it and everything. But it was still, quite enjoyable, because like I said, they give us a little taste when they clashed, and then, when the sword was defeated, you had them, like, I can see, they were fighting, you have them, a little bit, damaged and all that. But still, was, like I said, I really like this, like, little taste, a little taste. Even if a lot of people will find it disappointing, but for me, it was actually quite good. It was fair enough, like the little glimpse, the little taste they gave us, of their fight, of their fights and everything. because like I said, the main fights in this movie were, like I said, between Tesoro and Luffy and his crew against Tesoro's crew. You know, like I said, those were the main fights. You know, so like I said, I like it. I like the little taste they give us and everything. Also, you know, like I said, also one of the scenes I really like is, speaking when it comes to the movie, also one thing I really like, you know, when it comes to the scenes in the movie, is the racing. Is the racing moments. You know, when you have these fucking cars, you know, like where they like these old-fashioned, rich snob like, you know, cars, you know, which have like I think they have like 3 or 6 or turtles on each side, which they're pumping, and you see them like pumping up the engine, you know, in which way they can start the car and everything. Amazing. I mean, I really amazing, and also like all the crazy characters who were like the racers in the park and everything. Like I said, we had a glimpse of them and everything, but well done. Like I said, one of my favorite scenes were the racing part. One of my favorite scenes. The other things I really found interesting, you know, is like I said, the entire town. You know, because like I said, the entire town of Grand Tesoro was based on Las Vegas. You know, like all the casinos, the hotels, you know, the gambling and all that. Which, when it comes to speaking of gambling, when it comes to casinos, when it comes to the second part of the movie, you know, like when they meet Karina in a restaurant, and she was talking about, you know, like she's trying to steal the 500 billion berries that Tesoro has. The Tesoro has in like in stash and everything, you know, from stash and everything. You know, Karina. Okay, again. Was like I said, in the second part of the movie, Karina, you have her, you know, like in the restaurant after Nami and Karina meet and everything. They have this in the restaurant. She's trying to explain, you know, Nami and the others, you know, that she's trying to steal, you know, the 500 billion berries, you know, from Tesoro. And from then on, in the way how they create a plan, the diversions, and they try to infiltrate, you know, the main, like, you know, the main tower where Tesoro is and everything. It kind of remind me of the, I can't remember the name of the movie where George Clooney and his team were like, you know, they were trying to infiltrate a casino and try to, you know, to steal money and steal them, you know, the casino's money that was owned by some kind of you know, mobster. You know, that part actually kind of reminded me of that movie. I can't fucking remember the movie's name, but you get it. I think you get the idea. You know, it kind of that part kind of reminded me of that. You know, but still, you know, like I said, it was really quite, you know, energetic and amazing the way how, you know, how they built the plan and everything. Also, one of my favorite, not to mention one of my other favorite scenes in the movie was, you know, when like you had this crazy owls with this big glowing red eyes who seems like you know who seems like this red lasers you have like in every single, like, you know, I don't know, bank or museum, you know, like when you cut them, you know, they sound the alarm and everything. Amazing in the way how they build all that, you know. But the one thing I really like about the scene is like when Chopper and the others, you know, try to pass all this like glowing red eyes of the owls, and when accidentally Brook stand one of those lights, and, you know, he was like, oh my god, he's gonna sound the alarm and everything, which he didn't, because he was dead, and they, you know, they don't count that, you know, as a living thing, you know, because they always sound the alarm when they are in touch with, you know, with a human, with a, you know, actually a living thing, a living being, and Brook is dead. Even if the same shit happened in the One Piece Scroll World movie, you know, when the ants tried, you know, to attack them, you know, and they didn't touch Brook because he's full of bones and everything. That actually is that very similar thing happened in One Piece Stream Gold, you know, because like I said, the owl didn't start the alarm because they found, you know, because like I said, they found Brook, you know, because he's dead, he's full of bones, you know, he's not a human being. So like I said, so overall, like I said, that was one of my favorite parts. The other parts, you know, like I said, are the fights, except one. Back, you know, like I said, okay, I can swallow the fights between Mr. Tanaka, Sanji, and Robin, and Dice against Zoro. You know, I can swallow that. I can swallow those fights, even if, like I said, they weren't quite like special, but they were actually, in some way, you know, they're actually really well done. You know, But still, I really like, but still, like I said, I really like the battles except one. Baccarat against Brooke and Usopp. I think even Chopper was with them. That fight for me was mediocre. It makes no sense, and in some way it was kind of stupid. Even if maybe the entire point was like to make it somehow funny. Like she's trying to win this fight with with her being lucky. Because in the way how I understand her powers, not only when she touches a person, she can take not only away his luck, but also she can charge herself like a battery with a lot of luckiness, with a lot of lucky energy, so she can be like extremely lucky in some way how I understand it. Because that's the same, because in the same way she did with Luffy when she screwed him up when he was betting against the Zoro, because she just simply touched him and the luck went away. Not only from him but also from Zoro and Sanjay. Yeah. Her Delphi is kind of a little bit mediocre, like I said, even for a battle. But in some way, in some way, it is a little bit, threatening in some way, Now, speaking, like I said, that battle for me was like a little bit, disappointing and a little bit useless, of all the others. But like I said, the main one I really liked was the Luffy versus the Zoro. That was brilliantly well done, really brilliant. And what the main part I really liked was when the Zoro transformed into the giant golem, with made out of gold. That part for me was extremely wonderful and everything. Even if, like I said, even if their battle was a little bit rushed up, it was somehow edited actually very good, in my opinion. Now, I forgot to mention, like I said, other characters. And now I know that I was mentioning the Zoro's crew at the beginning. Now, like I said, Baccarat I mentioned. She for me didn't have quite a development, except all of them were recruited by the Zoro. But Udolphu was kind of mediocre, but in some way also threatening. Tanaka, for me he was nothing special except that his design is funny. Well, with his big head and everything. Also, his Delphi, not so much interesting. Because because he can go through walls, go through floors, walls and everything like a ghost. Like teleporting himself and everything. So not so quite for me not so quite interesting and everything. Now, Dice, or how I prefer to call him, Hulk Hogan on stereos. Dice for me was, of all the members of the team, he was for me the most interesting one, because not only I can admit he's fucking strong, but the one thing I was actually quite surprised in his personality, that he is also a masochist. He likes pain, because when he, for example, when he was like rolling the giant metal dices in this like big, I think it was a steel glass, which was actually also you can see in casinos, when like you put the dice in a little plastic glass, and you roll them, and put this, and have you wage like what number is and everything. One scene he took an axe, so everybody was thinking like he's gonna break he's gonna break the glass with the axe. Instead, he broke it with his head, and he was like, "Oh, amazing!" Even he was bleeding and everything. Even I agree with Brooke. Like, what was the point then with having the axe and everything? I don't know. I absolutely no idea. I actually have no idea. So, like I said, Dice for me was all the members. He was for me like the most interesting character of all them all when it comes to the Zoro's group and everything. Now, so basically, like I said, overall for me, One Piece Film Gold was, like I said, was an amazing movie. The animation, pure gold. The story, simple but quite enjoyable. Characters, like I said, the characters were brilliant. Oh yeah, speaking of characters, sorry. Also, one thing I forgot to mention is also, like I said before, we have Akainu in the movie. Even he had only one cameo scene in the movie. And speaking of one more thing, Akainu in this movie mentioned that Zoro was a former pirate, but judging for the short like little like shots of Tesoro's flashback. I didn't in the way how I read his, in the way how I found out his backstory, he wasn't a pirate. So I don't know if that was like a wrong translation or actually, you know, like he was an actual former pirate. I don't know, because I mean I know he was sometimes, you know, when he was younger he was a criminal when we see like from the flashback and everything. But I never see him, you know, being a pirate and everything. Even if he's Jolly Roger, you know, even if his like symbol represents, you know, like a pirate flag and everything, you know. So, you know, just saying. That's one thing. Another thing is I forgot to mention. If I forgot to mention is, yeah, like I said, we have Spandam in the movie. Also, one thing I was actually surprised is Spandam had like, I think in the entire movie he has like 2 scenes. Yeah, he has 2 scenes in the movie, which I felt like he's gonna be a cameo appearance. But see, he had 2 scenes in the movie, and both of them actually were quite okay. All the scenes, you know, where Spandam was in and everything, oh, they're great. We're okay. We're okay. Fine by me. You know. So overall, yeah, I think I said everything. Yeah, I said everything. Well, so like I said, the characters of the Zoro's group, you know, all the like okay, the crew of the crew of Tesoro, like I said, were okay. They were developed fair enough, you know, or quite enough, you know, even for my taste. You know, for me, of all the crew members, Dice for me was one of, you know, the most interesting one for me. You know, especially when one of his pieces of his personality is he's a masochist, which for me, like I said, it was very odd, because that's actually in the One Piece world. I think he's the first person, character who has this masochist personality, like loving pain and everything. Because if I remember in one scene when Frankie was fighting him, when he threw him a punch, he was like, "Yeah, give me more pain. I love it." Okay, that's kind of weird, you know. Because I never used to see an anime masochist, you know, character, you know. I don't know. I'm just saying. Whatever. So like I said, Dice for me was one of the most interesting one. From the supporting characters, Ray's, Max, and Karina was one of my favorites. They're really well done, you know. They're really well made, and the way how they put them in the movie. So like I said, supporting characters were okay with me. Cameos were also really great. So overall, you know, so yeah, well, I think I'm done. I think I said everything. Yeah, so like I said, overall, like I said, this movie is great. Not on the same level as One Piece Film Z, but when it comes to the story, it's on the same level as Strong World. But he has a lot more content that are actually way more, for me, interesting than the actual Strong World movie. So overall, like I said, actually in the beginning when I watched the One Piece Film Z, I give the movie like 10 out of 10. For Strong World, I give it a 9 out of 10, you know, because I had some issues because, you know, the story was simple. But for One Piece, I give One Piece Strong World, I give him 9 out of 10, I give him 8 out of 10, 8 out of 10 I give Strong World, and for One Piece Film Gold, I'll give One Piece Film Gold a 9 out of 10. Shiny 9 out of 10. Because for me, it's fair enough. You know, for you know, as a rating for this movie. Because, like I said, the only issue I had with the movie is that the story was simple. That's all. I had nothing. I had no problems with the Zoro, you know, as the villain, his group, the animation, the action sequences. Even if, like I said, in some points you can think the movie, you know, is actually like going like fast, like really fast. You know, because like the story is simple and everything, but still it was it was way more enjoyable for me than Strong World was. That's how I see it. Sorry, my bad. That's just my opinion. So overall, 9 out of 10 for One Piece Film Gold. So here I am done. Yeah, I think I said everything. Yeah. So overall, here I'm done. Rate the video, comment, subscribe, and if you decide what you're thinking about One Piece Film Gold, about the characters, about the villain, about the action sequences, about the comedy. Give me your own personal thoughts about the movie itself. Peace, everyone. Have an awesome day. Of course, drop me a like. I really appreciate that. Also, don't forget, you can follow me also on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook page. Peace, everyone. Have an awesome day. Lord Shells, like always, signing off. See you next time. Bang!